Hey guys, now we are live on YouTube. Hello YouTube, I'm here with Marks and Cowboy. Today we are going to talk about sports and the well-being that sports bring it to us. Just to explain you about the platform, it is a safe place to practice your English. We are not here to correct anyone. I'm not a teacher, I'm a student as well. It is a safe place. So here you can practice, you can get confidence, and it's helped me a lot. So I would like to start with you, Marks. I don't know if you practice some kinds of physical activity or sport, and I would like to know if you do, why do you enjoy it?
Okay, I actually practice weightlifting, um, and I started it for 3 years ago, just for medical recommendation. Uh, I was in, uh, I was infected by COVID-19 disease, spent a week at the hospital, and lost 5 kilos. And when the doctor released me, she said, "Oh, this is a bad news." And I replied her, "No, it's good news. I was just starving to lose this weight." And she tripled, "No, man, bad news. You lost muscles and you are 45 years old. You have to go to the gym, practice weightlifting, and get these muscles back. Because if you don't do this, you will not get this muscle back, and it will make you to get elderly with less uh, quality of life. And I said, okay. And I said to her, okay, I will do this. And I started to do this. I get this 5 kilos of muscle back, a bit more. And since then, I started liking this sport because it gives me a free space to be quiet, to be calm. I used to say that I can't imagine you will think about your problems, about everything else, if you are dealing with heavy weights. If you are squatting with, I don't know, 150, 200 kilos over your back. If you think about other thing that is not your squat, you probably will get injured. So I started liking it, and I could practice uh, my discipline, keeping focus, and this made me happier, made me healthier. I remember that there were a moment back in my life when I was in doubt if I would see my daughters coming into the college. Because I was a sedentary person, I was obese, and now I know that I will probably have health to know my grandsons if they wanted to have children. So this is not a short, but it's the reason why I like to practice weightlifting.
Yeah, that's nice. You said a good point about that actually we need to lose fat, not
Yeah,
muscle.
yeah,
And sometimes the people think, oh, I'm thin. That's okay, but it's not so easy, by the way, my sister sometimes she likes to go to sleep without have dinner, and I say, oh, you need to eat something, at least a little. And sometimes the people like to do crazy things,
yeah,
uh, like that, eat without dinner, or just think, oh, if I don't have a meal. I will lose weight, and I will be, I don't know, healthy. But it's not exactly that. You need to have a balance, and you need to, of course, if you are trying to lose weight, you need to do that in a good way, with a professional guy guiding you with the right instructions. And yeah, we need to look for information.
Yeah,
Uh, and
totally
you,
agree.
cowboy, I'd like to know from you if you have a favorite sport, if you practice something, and why do you enjoy it?
Okay, okay. In my case, I'm doing running because I live in here in a park, so it's easier to me do this exercise every single day. This Parque Escola de Dica do Tororó is very famous in Salvador because a lot of tourists come here to watch the nature, take some photos. Near to this park has the soccer stadium Fonte Nova. This is a Bahia soccer team stadium. So when uh, when is the game soccer game in this stadium, the park is crowded a lot of people, a lot of uh, people soccer fans, and other sport swim because I live near to the beach. I love beach a lot. In Bahia is become summer. Before the summer season come, because there are very sunny days without clouds. So it's very common the people go to the beach after the job, and I love this weather a lot. So I do recommend every people come here to my city and enjoy the sea. Finish it.
And now, guys, are you listening?
Thank you. Thank you.
So it was the the interest. Okay. Now, yes.
Now, yes.
Thank
I
you.
can listen you.
So I don't know if you listened what
Nothing.
Duffy. Oh my gosh. So I was telling that my favorite sports it is swim, like
Great.
cowboy, that one day I would like to learn how to surf. It is one of my dream, and but for that I need to be better swimming, and first of all I need to introduce myself to the sea. Uh, Beside that, I love it to run. I like to go to the gym and lift weight as well. I feel better. I feel motivated, I mean. And I don't know, it's helped me a lot with my self-esteem, with my ideas. I feel that the things flow better, you know. Okay, guys. Cowboy, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, we can.
that's
Good,
okay, man.
good.
So uh, do this. Let me ask you this question. What did you first get interested in this sport that you talked, you know?
Okay, in my case, when I was younger, my parents went all the family to the beach, and uh, every weekend, uh, all the family went to the beach and enjoy the sea. And the other sport is raining. It's simple. One day I created this habit to walk in the park to lose weight, and I decided uh, start to run, and I simply like it because I could do as I wish and create this habit, and I will maintain until today that. And this was good for me because I could uh, enjoy this moment with myself and do this sport is very relaxing after this sport. I put some music and they could enjoy this music, enjoy the nature. Is moment for me. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice. By the way, I don't like to run or walk, you know, at the gym on the machines. I prefer to walk on the street or, you know, inside a park. I feel more free, you know, and I can pay attention on the views, on the things, you know. I like to feel the place, to listen the place, you know, to feel the smell of the things, and that's amazing for me. So I prefer that. And you, Marcos, how did you first get interested in this sport?
I told you before, it was a medical recommendation that fitted with my desire for getting healthier. Uh, I'm a guy who always liked sports. As a kid, almost like almost all Brazilian kids, I wanted to play soccer, but I lacked the talent. Even when I was the owner of the ball, I could not be uh, chosen for a team, but I loved to play soccer, and every day I was at the court to play. When I get older, I started to play tennis, and I liked tennis. I lacked the talent, as in football, as in soccer, as in basketball, but I liked tennis because tennis was uh, an individual sport. All you need is someone to play against each other. And I tried to play tennis for years, but tennis is hard to play because you need a court. It's hard to find a court. It's expensive to rent some time there. It's hard to find people who loves to play tennis. So I stopped to play tennis. And when this recommendation from my doctor happened, I saw this opportunity to play a new sport that is a single sport too. I was wrong. It's not a single sport. I hired a professional personal trainer to help me because I had never get into a gym. until that time. So I had no idea, no clue on how to deal with the machines, with the dumbbells. And I hired this personal trainer, this coach, and I realized that he is very important. This this help was very important for me to advance in the sport, to learn how to do things, to get better during the times, and he helps me a lot. But I think that is one different aspect of the sport, or an additional aspect, the way that is a single sport. Actually, I can go alone to the gym. I can deal with any exercise, with any weights I have to. But at the beginning, even it was a single sport, a single activity, it was helpful for me to have this personal, this teacher helping me. So this, if probably if it were a team sport, I would try something different.
Yeah, that's nice. By the way, my uncle is a tennis teacher, and
Great.
my first job when I was, I don't know, 11 years old, I was, I don't know how can I say that in English, but I was a gandula, you know,
Ball
and
catcher, probably.
ball
I don't know
catch.
if it's, yeah,
That's
I
nice.
don't know if it's the right.
I like it. I like that ball catch. And I work as it. It was nice. And these days lately, I mean, I was talking to her that I would like to effectively learn, how to play tennis. I love the sports. I like to watch
Yeah,
some some competitions, tournaments. And yeah, I'd like to try that. I don't know, but it's a beautiful sport, It's so delicate, I mean. And yeah, I love that. Uh, about the question, for me, my first sport, it was, I don't know if I can call go to the gym sport, but I think so. And I started that because my grandmother got sick, and because she had a bad routine, bad habits, and when she got sick, it helped me to improve my life, to try to balance my life, to get a better routine, better habits, and try some kind of sport, because before that I hated the practice everything, that it was out of my comfort zone. I mean, I was that guy that for me, I loved to go out with some friends or stay at home, in front of the computer, playing or study or doing something, I was a sport guy. I tried to play soccer when I was younger, but I was terrible, I was the zagueiro.
great.
But yeah, I tried. Oh, see, ball
Ball boy.
Oh boy, that's nice. Thank you. And nowadays, I mean, I tried to swim as well because, like I said before, for me, I have the dream that I would like to learn how to surf one day, you know. And I love it that because when I was practicing swim, uh, uh, you know, I felt very relaxed, and in the same way, it was some kind of sport that I don't know, man, but I felt more willing, more motivated, than go to the gym, you know. Nowadays, I like to practice uh, another kind of physical activities because I f- I have this wish to learn new things, you know. And I believe that the sports, the physical activities brought brought that to me to try new things, to have a new or experiment new environments, you know. By the way, I believe that this is related with next question. I would like to try some kinds of group sports like baseball or basketball,
Right.
you know, because I really believe that it will help me to deal with a teamwork, you know, deal with people and handle situations, you know, and it's some kinds of dynamic situations when you are practicing sports with someone, with a group, you know, and
Great.
it will help you to improve these kinds of abilities, you know. Um, Let me see here, guys. Okay, yeah, I don't know. You like to lift weight, Marks, and you said that the most part of the time you go to the gym alone, right?
Yeah.
And there are some, I don't know, you sometimes you have someone to go with you, or you just go alone ever.
Sometimes I go with my coach as a coach, but sometimes we go to the gym as partners of in the training sessions.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
that's interesting because uh, as as partners we used to help each other to keep each one safe, but we also try to uh, uh, give some energy to each other to improve, to try harder in the exercise. So this kind of teamwork is important too.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I was thinking about it some time ago, you know. And I could realize it that, you know, alone sometimes you have some kinds of obstacles to have more progress, you know, with weight or I don't know. I believe that sometimes with your friends, with someone, with you, you can have more chance to progress the weight, you know, that you get because you have someone to support you there, or even with your words or with support the weights, you know. And sometimes I think that with someone you can go uh, far away faster, you know.
Great.
Yeah, but see, I am like you know, the most part of the time I like to go alone because I don't have an exactly moment to go, you know. Sometimes I go in the morning, sometimes I go in the afternoon, sometimes I go in the evening, and when I have a free time, I like to go. I like to say that, oh man, if you don't have time, you can go to the gym at least 50 or 30 minutes, you know. So sometimes you don't need to do your best train. You just
Yeah.
need to go, you know, and practice a little. Like here, we are practicing English, and sometimes you just need to get the Duolingo or come here and stay for at least 30 minutes, you know. It's what matter, you know. You need to
Yeah.
have a constance.
Totally
Um,
agree.
and, and you, cowboy, when you go to the park, when you are walking, you like to go with someone. What do you think? You feel more motivated when someone are with you walking?
In my case, I prefer to do alone because I have my own rhythm, and when I'm walking, I mean, doing concentrate myself in the music. And it's hard to me talk with someone while I'm running, and sometimes I uh, increase my speed, or sometimes I decrease, and it's important to me have my own balance. And this part is like a meditation. I simply doing that and without distractions. And it's important the people do your own sport alone. And if the people likes to do sport with someone, okay, it's good to have a partner to do that. But for me, it's easier to do that alone.
Nice. I was thinking last week, because I went to the gym without my headset, and I could realize that I believe that I am addicted, you know, to go to the gym, listen to music, because I don't know what happens, but I feel so unmotivated, without music, and I believe that I need to handle with that. I don't know if that's bad, but sometimes I believe that can be good to go to the gym and try to interact with each other, try to listen the environment. I don't know you guys, but I believe that I need to try that. And you, Mark, when you go to the gym, do you like to go with your headset and you listen to music there? What do you do?
I I used to go with my headset because it helps me to create my own space, to keep me focused. And there are some studies that shows that when you listen to your favorite music, uh, this stimulus looks like a pre-training, a pre-workout for you. So give gives you additional energy. So I like to listen to my music when I'm at the gym. And when I forget about my headsets, I feel that the training session uh, isn't the same. It's it's hard to deal with. It's different. I can say, but it's better when I'm listening to my music. I keep myself focused. I don't pay attention to nothing else, and can keep myself focused on my training.
I got it. I believe that sometimes it help me because, like I said before, sometimes I go to the gym without timing, and I don't like to talk. I want to do my train, I want to, how can I say that? Enjoy, as much as possible the time that I have to do what I need to do. And sometimes when you are without your headset, there are some guys that like to get your attention and oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I need to run, but you know. And Marcos, when you are walking, sometimes do you like to go without your headset, or what do you think? Do you like to listen the environment? What is your preference? Cowboy, are you there?
Oh yeah, yeah. Simply cut the video. Can you repeat again?
Oh, okay. I was asking, when you go to the park, when you are uh, walking, sometimes do you like to go without your headset, or do you like to listen the environment and just think about the life without listening to music? What do you prefer?
Sometimes I prefer to use the MP3 player. It's like I put some music like reggae, dancing, all the types, all the styles. And simply I doing my running, listening music. But sometimes I simply turn off the MP3 player, music player, and I simply listen the nature, the environment. A lot of course building because there's a track in near to the park. A lot of people and sometimes some animals like dogs, cats, the birds, fishes, like that.
Whoa, you unlock a good memory. Now you talked about MP3, you know, and nowadays, I don't know, man, how much time I don't see someone with you on hands, you know. And by the way, I was thinking about buying one because here in São Paulo, I like to walk on the street, you know, but sometimes I don't want to go because I can't take my phone, you know. I can't go with my cell phone because you know the city are very dangerous and sometimes I think about buy something cheap that I can carry on the street, you know, without problem, without be worried about being stolen. Um, okay. Marcos, I would like to know from you, how do you feel about, I mean, do you think that sports should be a compulsory part of school educations? Why or why not?
Necessary. When I was a kid, there was there time was different. It was a different age. I was born in a analogical era, analogical age. So when I wanted to have fun, when I wanted to talk with my friends, I should go to outside. I should engage myself in physical activities. I need to engage in playing soccer, in playing volleyball, in playing hide and seek. So kids in that time were always uh, in activity. Actually, and I can say this because I'm a father of teenagers. They can use technology to do all these things. Just one device, just a cell phone, and they can keep them informed about news, about their friends' life. They can talk with their friends. They can play alone or in with together with their friends, and they don't practice any physical activities. And I can see that they lacks this this physical activities. So it's hard today for us as fathers and mothers to incentive them to keep them engaged in activities. And it's I can say I told you about my personal history, and I can say that physical activity is important.
Yeah,
And so that is the reason why I think that is important, that is mandatory in education, that kids practice any kind of sports.
I got it. I agree with you. And you know, now I am a father. I mean, my daughter is uh, a teenager as well, you know, and sometimes I ask her about the school, about the grades, and she was with a bad grade in physical education, subject. And she told me that uh, she was shy. She didn't she she doesn't like, to participate. And I'm trying to incentivize her to go there and do the activities. And as an adult, I know what the sports did in my life.
Yeah.
So it changed in my thoughts, it changed my habits. Before that, I was a guy that I wasn't a responsible guy. I mean, you know, I liked to go out every weekend. I liked to go to the bed, very late. So I changed a lot of habits. Nowadays, I'm a better human, and I know that sports can change your life, can save your life. And it can help you to become a better uh, human being, a better professional, a better father, a better guy, with
Yeah.
the people around you as well. And you, Cowboy, what do you think about sports? Do you think at school, I mean, do you think that sports should be a compulsory part of school education?
I studied in a school that the sport was a little compulsory because if you does not participate, you simply lost the year. But I like this idea because I am doing some exercise as well. But I have opinion that the schools need to create a lot of modalities because there's a lot of students that did not like so much to do this exercise. For example, in my school, only sports has handball, volleyball, and soccer. I don't play soccer as well. I don't play volleyball as well. Only the sport that I play a little good was handball. But in football, I did not had swimming sports in my school. And I think it's important to the schools create this environment to the students can practice sports, but it's important to have a good culture for that because if not, the people simply you lost the interest to practice that sport. And in my case, or in other case, the people you prefer play video games.
Yeah, that's nice. Um, Cowboy, I would like to know from you. I don't know you, but I like to practice uh, some adventure or extreme sports, like hiking, like rappel, or even just walking on trails, uh, on mountains. And what do you think about these kinds of sports? Are they safe or dangerous? Would you like to try? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good question because I practice some time trekking. I like to run in some environments like that. It's good to the distract with the nature. In Bahia has the Chapada Diamantina. I could visit that, and I do recommend for everyone visit this place. It's marvelous, and I think it's what to the people once in your life practice something like that because this adrenaline is very high, and you enjoy this process. But it's necessary for you have a good shape for that. Your health is good because you do a lot of efforts, and there's some people I has some health issues or heart problems, and in situations like this, can be dangerous, or the people simply gonna die in a sudden death. So it's important to have the conscience and you prepare your body to do these efforts in sports like that. One sport that you practice in the future is paragliding, but you create a courage and have a money to do that. I
Yeah,
like the people in Rio de Janeiro uh, uh, flying with paragliding. I don't know if paragliding is as adult in English, but you talking like that. It's very good to walk, to fly, and watch this very good view. It's necessary to have a lot of courage and a lot of money to do. And one day I will do this challenge for me.
yeah. I would like to try as well. And I have two moods, you know. Sometimes I'm a guy that I see some extreme sports and I say, oh man, I'm afraid of that. At the time is I am with a wish, you know. Oh, I would like to try that one day. I don't know. And I start to plan with someone, you know, and I have these both moods. And I don't know, it just happens. And you, Marcos, what do you think about extreme sports?
I like to watch, but I don't see myself practicing. There were a time when I wanted um, to try uh, paraglider, as Cowboy said, or parachuting, but I have a fear of heights, and I can't imagine myself in an airplane with open doors, and I'll be there to pull out the plane. So, yes, I watch that. I like to see, but I don't see myself practicing. And I don't see myself practicing hiking, as you said. I don't know. I think maybe some years ago, but now I am a guy from the 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 land. I wanted to be with my feet over the land.
I got it. Yeah, sometimes I feel the same, you know. Sometimes I'm afraid of every kinds of extreme sports. And like I said, sometimes I want to do everything. Um, enjoy you, Marks. I would like to know how has technology influenced the way sports are played and watched?
Um, I, I think considering let's take soccer as an example, or even tennis. I think there are some uses of technology that helps the sport to be fair. So when you think in a in a in a judgment, in someone's judgment, when you think in a tennis play and the ball falls over 100 kilometers per hour too fast, and a person has to say that that ball was in or out the court. It's hard. But technology helps to the sport to be fair, even in soccer. But sometimes the human use of this technology makes us as a fan sports hates the technology. I don't know you guys if you watch many soccer matches, but I hate when watching a match, a play, and that technological judgment, name it VAR, came in place. Man, I I hate this because on the other hand, there are some aspects of the sport that I think when I think the technology uh, makes a terrible job because when you see both guys are challenged for a ball, they are side by side. So the cameraman came and trace a line. Oh, this guy is 2 centimeters ahead of the other. Man, this is not an advantage. This is from the sport. So I think that technology can help, but we should learn how to better use the technology
Yeah,
into the sports.
I got it. I miss the old times as well. By the way, I was thinking about the last World Cup, you know. There was technology on the ball, on the clothes, you know. They are collecting a lot of data
Yeah,
to use in the future, you know, to help the players to get better, to help you know, I believe that with metrics, they can elevate the sport level, you know. That's nice.
that is a nice
Uh,
use.
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have more time, guys. We need to finish. Let me put the survey on the chat. Um, I'd like to thank you to be here. By the way, you can write some suggestion. You can let your opinion about the immersion, about me. It's totally anonymous. And feel free to write down something that you feel, you know. It's just for your, how can I say that? Evaluation, I think. Um, guys, I'd like to thank you again. It was a pleasure, and I will see you. I will see you soon, Marcos, in your immersion. Uh, and I'd like to invite you, Cowboy, if you have time to go there and watch the Marcos immersion. So that's it, guys. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye, people. Have a good night.